As the title says, I want to talk about vision boards and what I did instead of a vision board this year. Um, might be clickbaity, but I still did a vision board. I just didn't do it for 2024 specifically. Like, I've been a vision board girly because I like the ritual of it. I've been doing vision boards for years now, and I usually do them for the start of the year to try to be like, this is my vision board for the year. These are the things I want to bring in, the things I want to manifest, the goals I want to go after, etc. Um, but I don't know, this year, or I guess 2023 leading into 2024, I just wanted something different. I was already in the motion of making vision boards. I think around maybe the summer or early fall of 2023, I got the random idea of making vision boards monthly and putting them on the screensaver of my phone, rather than like I go through the hassle of getting these images, these stickers, these cutouts, and put them on a pretty little board, and I don't look at it after maybe February. Just because I don't want to hang it up. I think it's kind of like intimate, it's private, I don't want it displayed. So I got into the habit of making them as a screensaver on my phone, and I do that with Canva. It's super easy, super simple, and really fun because I get all my pictures up like Pinterest. And anyway, I'm babbling, but yeah, I was already in the motion of doing vision boards, so I didn't feel that same ritualistic excitement for going into 2024 or making a new one. So I was like, I kind of want to do something different. I kind of want to celebrate myself rather than figuring out new things I want to manifest or whatever. Because that's also been a thing for me too, where in the past, I think my practice of making vision boards was very superficial. Because I believe in manifestation and all that stuff. I believe that, having it visually like available consistently helps it stick, helps it kind of seep into your subconscious, and et cetera, et cetera, all the woo woo. I believe in all that. However, when it comes to the concept of vision boards, like what I noticed, it just, I don't know if it's like a societal pressure or something, or just something I randomly put on myself, but I felt like I had to go for really big things, like a new car, a big house, $1 million, dream job. Like I had to shoot really high. And I don't know, I'm kind of in this place in life, and I've been in this weird place in life for like 2 years now, where I'm just like, I don't even know if I want a lot of that big stuff. I know for a fact that like I'm not aiming for a big house right now. I just recently decided this year I don't think I want another car. I'd rather have a driver or something. And just like I'm not that into travel anymore because of how things have gone since the pandemic, and then how traveling is affecting the areas that people are like traveling to, like touristy type things. Anyway, I don't want to get too sidetracked, but anyway, I was always coming from like a superficial place when making my vision boards, and so putting them on the screensaver on my phone, I had a lot less room, so I had to be more intentional, and I wanted it to be things that I truly wanted, and that I wanted to bring more of in my life. Like I literally have a picture of a black girl sleeping as one of the images on my board, just because I want more rest. I have a picture of a cat because I want a cat. I have like just really like small things. I have cute journals, like really small attainable things that I genuinely want, and that I know I can actually go after and feel okay, and not like super pressured where I'm like, I gotta get my dream job and I need this mansion, this new car, $1 million. Not saying I wouldn't be happy with those things, but I don't know, that's just, I'm not in a place in life where I'm striving for that, I guess. But yeah, so anyway, along with that, I'm like, well, what can I do instead? I kind of feel like I haven't had a reason to celebrate myself in a long time. Um, and I wanted like an excuse, I guess, to reflect backwards, because vision boards, boarding and boards is like very forward looking, forward thinking. And there was this one thing I used to do, well, not used to do, sorry, just found out about last year or maybe 2 years ago, doing a year in review and recapping a year like that. But I noticed when I did it that I didn't remember a lot of my year. I mean, a year is a long time. It's 12 long months. I can barely remember like things I thought about and did last month, let alone like, looking back 12 months. And so I like the concept, but I was like, it's just not like the gap of thought, I guess, like from when something happened versus when I need to recap it is too big. And so I had the idea to combine the way I've been doing my journaling over the last year and kind of put that into like a recap visual kind of thing, like still make it feel ritualistic. I don't know if that makes sense, and if I'm babbling too much, but yeah. So what I did was, oh, and if you are If you haven't seen the video that I did previously talking about my journaling routine, I think that would make a little bit more sense. I'm going to link it below, but basically part of my journaling routine is to recap my day every night, but only the positive parts of my day. Like, I'm going to remember the negative. My brain's very good at that, but my journaling routine specifically prompts me to recap the good. So the things that I'm grateful for, the things that brought me love and joy, the things that made me feel proud or made me feel brave. I list like my favorite part of the day. I list things that I'm looking forward to. So like, it's a lot of data. I think I did it by the time I did the full year in review thing, it had been a full 12 months. I did that for an entire year. So I had a lot of data to look back and like realize like, okay, what were my favorite parts of my day throughout the year? What were some things I felt proud of that I accomplished? What were some things I felt grateful for? What were some things that brought me joy? And I ended up filling up a nice size little like zine booklet thing for my year in review. Because I was still feeling creative. Like, I still wanted the ritualistic part of like the vision part of the vision board, like the visual, I guess that's what I meant to say. I still wanted to do something visual, and I still wanted it to be representative of the time period of a year, and I wanted to do it still around the New Year time, kind of. At first I wanted to do it recapping my actual year, so from birthday to birthday, but it took me longer than expected, so it ended up just being for the whole year. But anyway, enough talking. Here she is. Look at her. She's so cute. I don't know if I'm like doing I don't know. Maybe that's right. But look, her so cute. I had on makeup and everything that day when I took the picture. That was, I think, Thanksgiving. I don't know, some holiday. I don't really wear makeup. But that day I was like, I'm going to wear makeup today. I'm just feeling it. And I took a picture and it's so cute. It was magazine cover worthy. But yeah, so that's it. It's super cute. I'm going to try to put like a more clear picture somewhere. But that was what I did instead of making a vision board. But granted, I'm not trying to say this is better than a vision board. I still did one. I just did it back in like October because, like I said, I was doing them monthly. And well, I don't know if I mentioned it. If I didn't mention it, I do vision boards monthly, or at least I try to like revisit it monthly. So that way I'm kind of refreshing what it is that I think I want to bring in, and, you know, kind of keep up with it. Because before I was like really superficial again with my vision boarding and like putting things on there that were very grand that probably wouldn't change month to month. And so I think that just led to me like ignoring it after a while, because I'm like, I know what's on there. I know I want a vacation, a house, a dream car, blah, blah, blah. And so I don't know. Anyway, me putting it on my phone and putting more small achievable things on there calls for me to look at it every month because I want to update it. So like, you know, the one I made for October had a girl sleeping, like a picture of a girl sleeping, because I'm like, I want more rest. And, you know, maybe I don't need that in March. Maybe I'll take that image off, put another image in. You know, like, it kind of keeps me in the loop. I'm looking at it every day. It's on the screensaver of my phone. All these things are very small, very achievable, not big. So I look at it a lot more often, and therefore I'm doing them like monthly. And so I had to do something else. That's why I went ahead and did this. But I want to talk about what's in it. I'm going to show it again because she's so cute. Look at it. I kind of want to talk more about like what I put in it. So of course the cover just says year in review. It was actually my golden year, so I turned 28. Wait. Oh, like, what does golden year mean again? I turned 28 and my birthday's on the 28th, and yeah, so, well, I guess you can say it depends on how you look at years. Like, I'm 28 years old right now, but I've lived 28 years. So I don't know if am I going into my golden year, or was that my golden year? I don't know. I counted it as my golden year. I'm not gonna show too much because it is kind of intimate, but like, I have a cute little like table of contents. It's so cute. And this was all like a Canva template. I'm not that creative. Well, I kind of did some stuff. I'm not gonna lie, but I just want to give a disclaimer. I'm not like a designer. But anyway, table of contents. It has a letter to myself, list of accomplishments, new discoveries and new favorites, gratitude and lessons learned, and closing words. It's so cute. I am just fangirling over this so hard. And so I don't know if I'm gonna try to blur it out because I don't want y'all to read my letter, but I have like this cute little letter that I wrote to myself, which was just super cute. It was just kind of like, oh girl, you did the thing. Glad we were able to recap it with our new journaling routine. And then these are my accomplishments. 2 full, wait, I think it's more. Or is it just, yeah, just 2 full pages of just like bullet points. And they're all like not even that serious. Like one is I bought a guitar. Like I've been saying all my life, I want to learn how to play an instrument. And I don't know why in my mind it felt like such a far-fetched thing. And in 2023, I was like, girl, no, it's not. Like, just look up a guitar. And I was looking up used guitars, and they weren't that bad. But then I went on Amazon and I got a kid starter guitar, and it was $60, and it plays beautifully. It's so cute too. Let me, hold on, I think I can get it. Look at her, she's so cute. I just had to show her off because I fangirl over this too. My cute little stickers on the back coming off. But anyway, that was one of my accomplishments. It was just buying a guitar. Me and my boyfriend started therapy together, which was a huge accomplishment because, you know, a lot of people have their things with that. I developed the habit of meal prepping and eating at normal intervals most days of my life, which is like a big thing for me because prior to 2023, I had very like dysregulated eating, and I work from home and I work full time. And so it's like if I don't prep, it's hard to pull me away from work if I'm like in flow, and then I have to cook, and then it was a lot trying to like eat. It was a lot to get up in the morning and cook breakfast and eat it. It was a lot to stop in the middle of the day to cook my lunch and eat it, and then it was a lot to get off work and cook dinner, and it was just a lot. And the majority of my working time in 2023, because I started work in April, I meal prepped damn near every week, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I have never felt more like an adult. Never felt more proud. I have been a lot less moody. Not 100% less, but a lot less moody because of it and other things. But anyway, I watched my best friend get married. I published a poetry book. But like, you know, all these things. And of course, me publishing a poetry book was a really big thing. But it's just one of these many things. So let me see, I spent a lot more time with family. I consistently journaled all year. This was the first year where I consistently journaled majority of the days. Like when I would skip, I think the longest stretch that I skipped was like a week, and that's rare for me. Like I used to journal a lot, but it would be like real sporadic. But no, 2023, I did the thing. But yeah, there's a lot more things in there. I just wanted to give some examples, but those things count. Like those things are worth celebrating. Those things are worth remembering. That's another reason why I went the super extra route of printing this out instead of just doing it in Canva, saving the PDF in my Google Drive and never looking at it again. No, I need to print this off. I want it somewhere visible. So it sits on my coffee table. So when people come over, I can look super self-absorbed and be like, hey, there's a magazine of my life in 2023 if you want to read it. But I don't care. It's my home. Anyway, I'm losing my train of thought. Oh yeah, that's why I wanted to print it off. That's why I wanted it to have a physical like component to it, so I can go back and reflect. Like I can see it. For me, things need to be in sight to be in mind. So I needed it in my physical reality for me to touch, so that I can recap it even beyond, you know, just the ritual of recapping the year. So yeah, beyond the accomplishments, so I have a new discoveries and favorites page, and then gratitude and lessons learned. So discoveries and favorites, and then gratitude and lessons learned. And for new discoveries and favorites, I'm actually really glad I did this because every year I try to discover, you know, more stuff that I love. And I have a very like hyper focused kind of mind. So like I find something I like and I kind of laser focus on it and obsess over it for a little while, and then once I find something new, I put that toy down and go pick up the new toy basically. But I was like, no, I kind of want to remember all the stuff I obsessed over throughout the year. So I got all the shows that I obsessed over, all the music. So I have my book on here, my poetry book, because I did obsess over that for a while, but then I haven't picked it up since. Let me see what else I have here. A game called Spirity. I really like that game. I obsessed over it. I put in 40 hours in that game in the span of like 2 weeks, and I haven't touched it since. I have this other game on here that I played. I have Spiritfarer on here, and I picked that game up, obsessed over it, put it back down, and did it again twice or maybe 3 times, and I finally beat the game. And then I have an anime on here that I really enjoyed. I have the new Paramore album. I have these 2 books that I obsessed over. So I have a ton of stuff, and I'm glad that I have these things to read, like reflect on and remember, because also the way my brain works is if I put the toy down long enough and then one day I happen to like remember the toy exists, like I walk past it, then I get obsessed over it all over again. And I just like that whole little process. But yeah, oh, I also have my guitar over here because when I first got it, I was playing that thing every single day. But I quickly got unobsessed because it was hard. But I do want to get back into it one day. But anyway, I needed to recap this. I needed to see, like, yeah, I remember that 2-week period of being super obsessed with this one little thing. It's cute. And then gratitude and lessons learned. Just real simple. Like, I kind of put, let me see, I'm going to get a good example that's not too intimate. Okay, so for lessons learned, the anxious moments always end. That is something that has been instrumental in my anxiety management over the past year. Just remembering in the thick of the moment that, like, this will end. Like, I kind of got to a point where it sucks a little bit, but when I'm in the thick of the moment, I'll remember the last time I was in the thick of the moment and the fact that it ended. And it didn't last forever. So, yeah, make bad art is another thing I put. Because I am a perfectionist kind of person. And so it was hard for me to create in a playful way. If things didn't look perfect, I would just kind of get discouraged and not want to do it anymore. So it was a big lesson for me to learn that I need to make bad art and make art as a gift to myself as well. That was my next one. Bravery and confidence come after doing the thing. And let me go back. Let me recap. Gratitude and lessons learned is to my future self. Like, I wrote these things to my future self so that I can look back on and kind of remember, like, these are words of wisdom that my past self wanted to gift to my future self. And yeah, one of those lines was bravery and confidence come after doing the thing. I know that. I learned that firsthand with, like, the poetry book I wrote, for example. I did not feel brave. I did not feel confident at all. All those things, or all those feelings came after I published and after I got all the compliments and the comments and feedback and stuff. And I learned it literally just in the act. Like, the bravery and the confidence comes after. But there's still things now that I want to do, like even recording and other adventures that I want to explore, that I'm like, I'm not confident and I don't know if I could do it. And I have to, like, remember my past self said bravery and confidence come after you do the thing. So I gotta just do the thing. And so here I am recording at 11 p.m. because that's when I got the random inspiration. And I'm like, this is the closest I'm going to get to bravery and confidence. So let me just write it out because I got to do the thing. But anyway, and there's some other wise words, but they're all a little bit more intimate. And then I had like this little filler page where I just did like a collage of me. I'm going to do better with the next one, but I was just like ready to stop playing around with it because I was getting irritated. But these are all the pictures I took last year, and I just, like, you know, kind of cropped me out of the backgrounds or whatever and put them all in a collage. I'm gonna do better next year. I kind of just threw that together, but it just was like, it gave me yearbook vibes. Like, I don't know, it's just so cute. I needed to do it. It felt good. It felt I felt called to do it, so whatever. And then I wrote a quote on here. It says, I've gone through many phases, and just like the moon, I'll go through many more, because I cannot tell you who that girl was January 2023, but that is not me right now. Like, that, it feels like I've grown 5 years in just that year alone. Like, I do not at all feel like the person I was in January 2023 or February 2023 for that matter. But I'm comfortable with that. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with continuing to grow and move through phases. I don't know how long these phases are, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with my mini phases. And then here's the back. Super cute. But yeah, I gave all the unnecessary details just to show what it could look like. But the urine review thing that I used to do, I'll have to dig it out and find it. But the reflection questions were so good. And I probably should have did it again this year. I just didn't think about it. But that's a good alternative to doing something as extra as what I did. But just reflecting. I think the main premise I want to get to is to reflect, not just making a vision board and looking forward, but also looking backward and giving a nod to your past self. And no matter how bad the year may have been, there's always still some things worth celebrating. And I learned that with the journaling routine that I did, because that's how I got all the data and all the stuff that I put in here. It's because I went back and read all those journal entries and I picked out Like, okay, I see this 1 month period where I kept talking about the game I was playing, and I'm like, clearly that was a highlight for me. Or all of the baked goods and stuff that I was able to try this year that have won my heart over. I have that in there. um, that I forgot about, but I wrote about it in my journaling routine, and so it was easy to like go back and pick it out. But I don't know, it's a good sense of joy. It's a good way to close out a year, and not just so anxiously like, okay, I gotta January 1st, gotta hit the gym, start my new diet, and start my new daily routine, whatever. Like that stuff is cool and everything, but I feel like it just feels too. I don't know the word. I don't know. It feels too like. I don't know. I can't think of the word. Abrupt, maybe? I don't know. It just doesn't feel right to jump into that without reflecting on the new year. And I mean, you can kind of use the reflection stuff as a catalyst, maybe. You can kind of use the recap stuff as like fuel, to get you to better approach your goals and your new routines and all those things like that. Because I feel like when you look back and you see all these things you could be proud of and all these things that brought you joy and you were so happy with and blah blah blah, and you might have grown from, etc., etc. I don't know, that good feeling, right? That little bit of nostalgia, that little bit of that warm happy feeling in your belly. I feel like that could be good fuel to then be like, okay, I was able to do all that. I enjoyed the year. I grew. I felt good. I'm definitely ready for more. Oops. Hit my guitar. I'm definitely ready for more next year. I don't know. It's hard to convey what I'm feeling, but before, when I was making my fresh vision board with cutout magazine clips and stickers on this white poster board, I wasn't coming into it with much fuel outside of it's December, it's about to be January, here's the things I want to do. Like, I don't know. Coming from an angle of, damn, I enjoyed my year. I grew so much. I'm so proud of myself. I wonder what more I could do next year. Coming to a vision board with that kind of energy, I just feel like is better. And maybe even makes it more long lasting. I don't know. I'm babbling, but I hope that this was enjoyable to listen to and just kind of gives you a better alternative of what to do, either instead of or alongside a vision board. I know it's February, it's a little late, but these dates don't matter. You can start a vision board on April 23rd of whatever year, like for any time frame. It does not matter. I get the ritual behind it and everything. Oh, one of my lights just cut off. Like I get the ritual behind it and everything, but like it doesn't have to be that. Just like you can start a gym routine on June 15th of the year randomly. Like it does not have to be on a Monday or on the first of the year or first of the month or whatever. It doesn't have to be none of that. It's whatever you make it. And this year I wanted to try something different, and I wanted to try something that meant more to me than I'm just sticking with the tradition and doing what society likes to do. But yeah, I hope this was an interesting perspective at least, and gave some ideas on some different things you can do. I plan to do another year in review for every year of my life. So I'm not gonna have kids, but maybe my siblings' kids, I don't know, can like have these to look back on, or even just for me. Like I don't care about nobody else. Even for me to collect these over the years and look back at them when I grow old and be like, dang girl, I lived a good life. Despite whatever hardships. Like I do want to say, despite all that, 2023 was probably single-handedly like, well, it wasn't my worst year. I want to say my worst year was probably 2022, but it was one of my worst years. It was very hard. I had breakdowns. I still had anxious moments, a lot less than before, but I still did. Like it wasn't the greatest year by any means, as far as like it wasn't, all the good stuff didn't just happen by itself. Like I still had bad days, I still had bad moments, and I still had a lot of setbacks, but my brain is going to latch onto that. I'm going to remember the bad stuff, unfortunately, but my brain doesn't latch on to that one game I hyper focused on for 2 weeks, or all the lessons that I learned because of some random thing I decided to do, like publish a poetry book. Like those are the things I need to recap and put into a some type of medium to revisit because I will forget. And these things matter. These things are important. But anyway, I have blabbed long enough. Thank you all for listening. And if you do anything ritualistic, like a vision board or recap, I even hear people do mood boards now as a new thing. I'm going to try that out, actually. I have a mood board at my workstation to kind of keep me like involved but detached at the same time. So I won't drive myself crazy working. But anyway, I hear people do mood boards. I hear people do sticky notes with words rather than with pictures. I want to know if you do things. I'm open to trying stuff. I'm a big woo-woo person. I love all the things. And I'm a big ritual person. So yeah, if you have any cool rituals you do, I would love to hear about it. But otherwise, thanks for listening.